Typically, when I come in, I usually make it in here before anybody else does. Sometimes I make it in here at 7:30, sometimes I make it in here at 10, just kind of varies. And I like to go ahead and turn on all the store lights. We open at 11, but if I'm here, I might as well just go ahead and open. There's no shame in letting people come in early if they come by the store. And then I typically have some kind of loose plan of what I'm gonna do throughout the day.
And while Chance has his own plans, we at the eBay team have our own as well. Specifically, our own 25 plans. Usually care is taken when going to pull these items from their boxes. We have to individually pull every item and verify the item's number as well as the contents. We like to pack every order with enough TLC to make you feel like it is wrapped tighter than a stormtrooper's aim, making sure that it has a safe trip to you and giving you the piece of your own childhood or whoever you give this item to that needs it.
It takes a lot of people here at Second Chance Toys to make sure the shelves are stocked and nice for everybody that comes in. Whenever we get a large addition of items to a specific spot in the store, I really do try and make it a point to make everything look visually presentable for all of the customers that come in. I think it's unfair for one person to see a case that looks phenomenal and for the next person to see a case that looks average at best. So I typically try and reorganize stuff to make it look nice, neat, new, fresh. Obviously we're not perfect and there's only so many hands that can go around, but we do make it a due diligence to put everything together as neat as we can for everybody that walks in the door. What I've been doing, I got here at 7:30 this morning, and we had a huge collection of loose MOTU origins in here. Went through this area right here, and I outfitted it all with uniform, longer pegs because this collection is gigantic. The leftover room will be used for something else. If it doesn't fill up this entire area. I put all of these over here to short pegs. I lined up some single pegs here since we have limited space between the wall cases and this. Same thing with here. And I said, you know what, screw it. While I was at it, I went ahead and got uniform short pegs over here, and I'm replacing all of our Power Rangers pegs with long pegs because we have so much of it at all times. I figured that we could probably use the extra space here. Hey guys, how's it going?
We just got back from Retro Toy Con, and it's a typical day here at the store. Came in after the weekend. The guys acquired some new Power Ranger figures. So somewhere within this bin is Power Ranger accessories, which we may have some to complete some of the figures that are currently on the shelf, along with sorting thoroughly this stuff to put into here. So it can be a tedious process to have to go back through everything just to maybe find one little gun, but makes it all worth it if we can complete a figure for you guys. Even though they're not complete, we were able to do some full teams, which is kind of cool. We got Mighty Morphin Zeo Turbo in space. We got Lost Galaxy, Light to Rescue, Time Force, the Wild Force guys. No Ninja Storm, unfortunately, no Dino Thunder. We got a complete SWAT team set. 3 of the guys from Mystic Force and some Jungle Fury figures for you guys to come and check out.
That's fallen off, or that's open already. So that can be opened, and then open that. Just put 10 bucks on and throw it with the other My Hero stuff. Sometimes I have to go and get stuff out of a storage unit, which is what these boxes are from. Sometimes we have stuff in the island. I'll go grab some totes or boxes over there, bring it here, price it. So when Liam or Devin or whoever else walks in, has something to do when they get here, they can go ahead and toss everything out that's been priced. Sometimes we price stuff and it goes straight in a box for a toy show. Most of the time, whenever Kelly comes in, kind of like a backroom manager, he'll go through and he'll do some research and piece together items. So all of our vintage stuff that usually takes 3 to 5 to 10 different pieces of a like item, it takes to create one. He'll go through and he'll piece everything together back there. We got in some Gobots in the show. Got a couple of good ones in here. Complete Stacks Deluxe that comes with the trailer. It's pretty cool. The scooter, one of the main guys from the cartoon. He's not as common as some of the others. Got a cool Nugget rock lolly complete. Blades complete. That one's hard to do. Some more Gobots in the case. It was good because we were running a little low. All right. Hopefully everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving yesterday. Here on Black Friday, I decided to go out and grab some stuff that we are going to price and put in a box for future shows. That being said, you can find all of the stuff that I'm about to price at Toylanta in March. Whatever doesn't sell there, obviously we'll carry over and just dwindle it down, take to different shows throughout next year. Hopefully you end up finding something pretty cool in here. It's a lot of Jurassic Park merch from 93 through 98. Everything from the original JP to the Lost World stuff. Pretty awesome. About to price this radio controlled truck. That, and that. Dude, I was just looking at this going, no. But it is sealed. Wow. It's got a Dilophosaurus that comes out and spits water at you. It's pretty neat. Got another remote control Mercedes-Benz AAV here. Pretty awesome. Out of the two, this is the one that everybody looks for because they like the Dilophosaurus. They want that feature. And we would love to price it and put it out on the show floor, but the odds of somebody coming in and buying it, been here for 5 years now, so we kind of know the market. And most people that come in, you know, there's going to be one out of every 500 that'll actually come in and purchase this. So we have a better likelihood of selling it at a show than we do here. I hate having to destroy the store to pack everything for a toy show. So what we're going to start doing, just like every other store, we're going to start making show boxes, and you can find certain items exclusive to shows. So Toylanta, Joe Fest, Retro Toy Con, Joe Lanta, you know, things of that nature. You can come out and come take a look at our booth, and hopefully you end up taking some awesome items home. Trades happen every day at Second Chance Toys. I legitimately can't remember a day in almost 5 years of being open where we didn't have not one trade come in. There's been a couple times where, I say a couple, but you know, there's been 40, 50 times in the past 5 years where we only get one trade in, and majority of the time, I mean, we're shelling out money left and right, really, per day, just to get the items. This would be a 2008 Legacy Millennium Falcon. It is missing a couple pieces, one missile and the trap door, or the secret door, the hideout. We probably have about 6 or 7 of these at a warehouse, and we probably have one in store right now currently. It's very large, and for some odd reason, it's pretty hard to find a home. Most people want the vintage collection one since it came out from Galaxy's Edge. It has a better finish on it. This one's a lot cleaner of a look. The more recent one is the same mold, but it has some updated paint applications. It's a really cool piece, but it does take up a lot of space, and it is pretty hard to move. It doesn't command as much as it used to since the second version of it came out, but it still holds a pretty penny. We have a friend who brought us some stuff. He comes in about once every 2 or 3 weeks or so and digs up some boxes out of his basement or his attic and brings it to us to help find a new home. And it's really just a hodgepodge of a whole bunch of randomness. So you never know what you'll find. It can be a pain. I mean, you got to pause everything you're doing and take a look. And sometimes it's not the coolest or not the best items that walk in the door, but you got to treat everybody the same, and you got to make everybody feel welcome. You got to be personable. So we try and do our best in that regard. But I would like to give our friend Brian Barry a shout out. So we had a Jurassic Park collection come in here about 2.5 years ago, and we've just been cycling through boxes of it. And Brian Barry, what happened in the 90s is that he and his wife, he proposed to his wife that he would like to start, you know, investing in pop culture and toys that he enjoyed. And she told him, okay, you can buy whatever you want as long as it's on clearance. So, you know, Jurassic Park came out in 93. He'd wait for everything to go on clearance in 94, 95, and he would wipe out the store shelves because he liked the stuff. And he ended up running across his collection in his attic or basement 2.5 years ago. And he was like, well, I'm not doing anything with this stuff. It needs to be enjoyed. It needs to find a new home. So he brought it in here. And he was a sucker for merchandise, as am I. I love merchandise. And when he walked in with this stuff, I thought it was really cool, super neat. All of our Jurassic Park collectibles, including the action figures and playsets that we've had over the past 2 years, have been out of that one collection, which is pretty wild. He did just write a book, Movies in Miniature, and it goes through like the merchandise and how pop culture franchises have spread their wealth through basically collecting. And it's a pretty neat concept, and he's been working on that book for a lot of years, actually. I think he said he's been working on that book for about 15, 20 years, and he finally just got it published. So congratulations to our friend Brian. I'm still pulling out boxes. Example A. If you like what you saw, guys, please support us. Please comment, like, subscribe on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. We've been told many times that it's almost like a museum where you can buy things. That's one of the most wonderful compliments that we've received. Please come out, relive a childhood, or create a new one here at Second Chance Toys.